We're good.
Tip-off is going to Akimbo.
Okay, there it is.
Way up in the air. Turtle's going to go ahead and knock that down to the red side. McVeal cleaning it up, putting it right over to the goal. That's a center ball right there, wide open. Oh, Showers and Benning there to take the denial. Veal pushing that back to the red side. Shadow Clone Demon putting a perfect setup. Oh, and Flying Tortuga out of nowhere with an assist from Shadow Clone Demon. The offensive for the below average Joes is really on point today.
I agree. Son of a bitch.
I'm here today with my co-anchor Jim. Jim, how are you doing over there today?
Done a lot of growing up this season.
Well, Jim, let's hear some. Oh, Akimbo going in for that goal. Oh, with an epic save from Flying Tortuga.
Sorry, guys.
Akimbo keeping that on the blue side. Shadow Clone keeping that on the blue side for some reason, trying desperately to get that back to the other side. Akimbo on the ball. Jim, how you feel about today's game?
Well, it looks like there's a lot of bicycle kicks. I don't know where this school taught on bicycle kicks came from, but they always fail.
You heard it straight from Jim's mouth, folks. These bicycle kicks, all this unnecessary fanciness is just getting in the way. Oh, and McVeal with a perfect center. Look at that goal, folks. This is a player that has been running on 2.3 hours of sleep for the past 3 days, and his game is definitely showing no holds barred. Flying Tortuga with that first touch. Showers and Benning putting that in the corner. McVeal with the clear ball.
Ooh.
Kimbo kicking that out of the way. Bouncing it off the walls. This isn't volleyball. This is Rocket League.
Ooh. Yeah, like that, Tom?
Oh,
that was nice, wasn't it?
Demo by McVeal. Crazy neighbor Steve putting that in the corner, but Turtles is taking that right back to the red side.
Shit.
Wide open goal.
My bad.
Turtles falling short. Oh, and McVeal. McVeal coming out of nowhere again.
I got a save.
Below average Joe's offensive game is really on point tonight. The defense for the Cobras is really going to have to step up if they plan on keeping them out of their goal.
Well, Cotton, if you look at the unbalanced teams, you'll know. That is not just our defense that's slacking.
Players might do a lot better.
Oh, Shadow Clone Demon.
Commentary only done by the commentators.
Shadow Clone Demon here just popping right around the corner, getting that easy goal from crazy neighbor Steve, who just couldn't get in the goal in time.
Hey, Eric.
Shadow Clone Demon has definitely been going to school lately because he read that man like a book.
Hey, Eric. We suck.
Oh, yeah, I already know.
Shadow Clone Demon putting up for that,
Like
putting up for that center.
Joe's the boss a little bit morale tonight.
Have we lost morale, or are we just realists?
Popping that up in the air. Mid can easily pick that off, but no, Flying Tortuga is in the goal. Demolition by Shadow Clone Demon. Way up in the air, putting that back on the red side. Shadow Clone Demon denial there by crazy neighbor. Oh, that was Showers and Benning telling him no.
Just slapped him right in the air, Cotton.
There it is, wide open. Oh!
Damn it.
Oh, Tortuga
Showers
goes
and Benning with
misses.
the aerial.
Stop kissing me, Eric.
Akimbo about to put it in their own goal.
Oh! McVeal with another demo.
Did I demo him?
You know what? Yeah, you
That was
hit
an
me.
amazing save.
And the ball
Back
is
and
just
forth.
bouncing back and forth on the red side.
That's right, Jim. Wide open goal and another save by Akimbo. Turtles is going to have to work harder to get that ball in the goal. Akimbo seeming like he really knows what he's doing as a goalie.
And it looks like the red side's finally gotten the ball back over to the blue side, taking the game back over to them. Oh, well, spoke too soon, Cotton.
That's right, Jim. Looking like the blue side, below average Joes can't quite get it. Shadow Clone Demon skeeting and scooting around the ball, not really getting anywhere. Wide open goal. Akimbo finally going to go ahead and get that one point. 1 minute left in the game. Below average Joe's up 3. We're going to have to see some real offensive strategies if the Cobras plan on picking up this game.
You know what this reminds me of? Like yours and Cameron's back and forth. That reporter in Angels in the Outfield. It's like, yeah! And then like anytime the other reporter gets a word in, he's like, that's enough! Oh.
I'll commentate next if you want me to.
I was trying to steal that from you.
But you didn't.
I was trying to be the double steal, but I wasn't fast enough.
Here with the tip-off, 48 seconds left in the game. Cobras down 4.
And Shadow Clone with the first touch.
Oh, bicycle kick, daring move by Showers and Benning. And McVeil's there just to slam it in. Looking like this gap is getting further and further apart.
That was a nice bicycle hit, though.
Bicycle kick that lines it right up for McVeil.
Yeah, it was Akimbo's bicycle kick.
Just don't work.
It was Akimbo's bicycle kick. It wasn't mine.
36 seconds. 30 seconds remaining on the clock. This looks like below average Joe's unfortunately has this game in the bag. Not much left that they can do.
Oh.
Yes, here on ESPN 8, the Ocho, we like to root for the underdogs.
Oh. We have 8 seconds. Come on, one more. No!
Oh!
Yeah!
And unfortunately a little too late.
Brazil.
Akimbo puts that into the goal for 2 points.
He didn't put it in.
Shadow
He
Clone
put it in.
Demon decided he was going to help his friend out with a pity point.
I'll give you my pity point.
Veal, 5 seconds left.
Anytime anyone sees my point, it's like, aww.
And that looks like it's going to be game, folks. That's right, below average Joe's. McVeil looking like the MVP of this one. Jim, how do you feel about that last game?
I feel like the below average Joes put in some good effort. They worked really hard, and they came through. The Cobras need to work on their defensive strategies and be a little more aggressive in their offense.
Yes. They didn't work hard at all. They didn't do shit.
Showers and Benning, how do you feel about that last game? Unfortunately falling slightly short on the Cobras team. Below average Joe's getting you about 4 points. How do you feel about that?
I'll tell you how I feel, Cotton. The average Joes can take the first 3 letters of their name and do that to me.
All right, we're going to cut off Showers and Benning right there. We're trying to keep this little kid friendly.
Oh, I'm very kid friendly.
Waiting on Flying Turtles to ready up for round 2 here.
You're not one of the spectators.
Waiting on the spectator also to ready up. We're here at round 2 at Beckwith Park, daytime. Bright, beautiful, sunshiny day outside. I got my co-anchor still here with me, Jim.
Yes, Cotton, I am here.
This is going to be a one-sided game. Cobra's trying to get an extra player, hoping for that advantage that they desperately needed last game.
Fucking 1v4.
Tip-off going to Showers and Benning.
I like it when you say my name.
You really?
Saved by Shadow Clone Demon with a clear ball from Akimbo. Akimbo's defensive and offensive strategies are really on point.
Yeah.
There is another epic save.
Akimbo. And
that is a goal for
wide
McVeil.
open.
That's right, Jim. The defensive strategy can't quite keep up with the amount of just insanity that keeps happening. McVeal really, really on point tonight, even with half the sleep he usually runs on.
Yeah, the red team's defense really needs to find a way to combat the blue team's very successful aerial offense.
Another close goal there by crazy neighbor Steve, but Showers and Benning there to steal it from him. There's a wide open shot. McVeal saying, hell no, take that out. Shadow Clone Demon giving it a little boop.
Little boop boop.
Little boop boop.
Damn it.
Oh shit! Thank God they missed.
McVeal hitting it off the wall. Shadow Clone Demon with the rapport. Missed there by Akimbo. There you go.
Ooh.
Showers and Benning trying desperately to get that back onto the red side. Looking like he succeeded there. Akimbo trying to get it back on blue. Turtles hitting it way up in the air. Wide open shot. McVeal missing.
Power from Showers.
Oh, Akimbo with the epic save. Showers with the miss, and McVeal pulling it in.
Plays.
Good job, guys.
McVeal, how do you feel about that last goal?
Pretty clinchy.
Pretty clinchy.
Right place, right time, Cotton.
That's right there, Jim. We're going back here, back onto the field. Score is 2-0. Below average Joe's game.
With the tip off.
Oh, wow.
No,
Showers and Benning with that
there.
spike pinch last save. Impressive aerials there by Shadow Clone Demon. Oh, and Showers and Benning.
My
A little
bad,
bit
Jordy.
of a pile up midfield. And there we go.
Akimbo coming in with a fast hit.
And I think Akimbo's forgotten what side he's going to.
That's right, amidst all the confusion, it looks like Akimbo's turning into a ball hog, making sure he gets all the points, even if it's not for his team. Torty with a big hit, aerial hit. That's going to be an easy point for Turtles. Turtles, how do you feel about that last goal?
You know, I'm feeling great about that goal. I'm feeling really confident about my wall rebounds, and I'm feeling like I'm hitting those in every time. Great to see that still.
Torty, do you feel like the defensive strategy of the red team by leaving the goal open gives you any kind of false overconfidence? Is that what they're going for this game?
You know what? I feel like it can be that, but I also feel like I don't know. I feel like they just need to step up their defense game, maybe set somebody back, you know, just see how to test the waters.
My bad, Torty. I wasn't there.
You're good.
It looks like Akimbo is actively trying to sabotage the red team.
Shadow Clone Demon, Akimbo putting that back into the blue side where it belongs. Low average Joe's up by 3 still.
Ooh,
1 minute and 45 seconds into the game. If the Cobras plan on pulling this one back in, they're really going to have to step it up. Showers and Benning slamming that back onto the red side. Shadow Clone giving it a slight stall, but not really going anywhere.
And McVeal coming in out of nowhere to knock it midfield. But Tortuga does not pick up that mid shot.
Kimbo once again slamming it over there. McVeal with the block, popping it back in, wide open for Turtles, but crazy neighbor Steve is in the goal, giving them the defense that they need and a demolition with a little bit of offense with a twist.
With sugar on top.
Here comes Akimbo one more time. Akimbo is really sticking hard on the ball, regardless of if it's on his side or not.
Some serious ball chasing going on today.
45 seconds left in the game.
Yeah.
Oh, sorry.
No, that was supposed to be a pass, and I dropped it.
You're good. Yeah, I thought it was going to get hit harder.
Showers with a nice clear ball.
Kimbo trying desperately to get that goal. Trying to leave the stadium with a shred of dignity.
Ow. Did not see Eric there.
Showers and Benning stalking the ball, looking for this open shot,
open
and that is
goal.
going to be a
Nice.
goal for Showers and Benning.
Good job, guys.
With a assist by Flying
I think I took that
Tortuga.
from McVeal.
No, we're...
Oh, yes.
McVeal
Right
backing
back,
him up with a
Daddy.
little bit of insurance just in case.
Why does
Guys,
he keep putting me in the
buckets!
fucking goalie
Buckets!
seat?
Aw.
15
Oh,
minutes
you
left
said
in the
bucket,
game.
bud.
That looks
did
like
say
it's going to be
bucket.
it, folks.
Looks like it will be a complete lockout for the Cobras.
That's right, one more game for the below average Joes. Flying Tortuga looking to pull up the MVP position. Showers and Benning, what is your strategy to really make sure that the winning team stays the winning team with that 2-0 score for the night?
You know, Cotton, I just try to stay out of the way as much as I can and let the other two hit the ball, and they seem to be doing a fantastic job of doing just that.
What a daring and bold strategy there. But
Let's see if it plays off.
with the level gap, it does seem that that is the smartest approach to this game.
Crazy Neighbor Steve, how do you feel about your the Cobras defense this past game?
Completely one fucking sided.
Trying to keep this show rated G for all audiences. Using language like that, unfortunately, we will have to ban you if you continue.
Fuck you.
Waiting on that ready out by Flying Tortuga.
Oh God, I'm sorry.
Get to be shaded out those 4 seconds.
Back at it again at Beckwith Park. Not much of a crowd here, folks. The 5 people that did pay for their seats are only using the edge. Below average Joe's picking up Crazy Neighbor Steve, Flying Tortuga, and Showers and Benning, while the Cobras are picking up Akimbo,
Ooh.
McVeal, and Shadow Clone Demon.
Shit.
Finally. Finally.
Jim, how do you feel
Finally? What do you
about...
mean, finally?
Seems like we got a little bit more balanced team this round, Cotton.
That's right,
What do you
Jim,
think's gonna
that's-
happen?
It's anybody's game at this point. That level gap really makes a big difference. The skills these players have, that's going to be a center by Crazy Neighbor Steve, Shadow Clone Demon, slamming it back onto the blue side where it belongs. Cobras aren't having a very good night tonight.
Where
Let's
it
hope and pray that
belongs.
they
Y'all are
can
supposed
push
to
it
be
back.
like... Aren't y'all supposed to be like neutral parties?
We are a neutral party, but however, with the below average Joes up for 2 games again tonight, we're looking for anybody's game out of a 2-3 game night.
There's Showers with a good save.
Cordy with that aerial.
Ow! Torty, I missed. I'm sorry.
No worries.
Shadow Clone Demon with that center.
You know, I'm focusing mainly on defense on this game, Cotton. See how that's going to play out for me.
Bold strategy indeed, looking like their big scorer, one of the big aerial bosses of this match, is going to be out of the game, sitting in the goal, waiting for the ball to come, ready to defend.
Oh.
And there's a good demolition by Shadow Clone Demon.
Showers and Benning trying
See
so
that?
hard for that goal, but that save from Akimbo just isn't quite cutting it.
Whoa, what?
And then a great denial with McVeal.
Flying Tortuga hopping out of the goal.
Ow!
And McVeal's
McVeal, you
nice save
asshole.
sends it all the way across field back to the glue goal. Getting
Back
ready
to the glue goal?
I love the
Yes.
glue goal. It's my favorite type of goal.
Shadow Clone Demon slamming it back towards that goal, taking it right out of Flying
Oh my
Tortuga's
God.
hands twice now.
Fucking McVeal coming out of nowhere.
We have a dead ball.
Missed by Akimbo. McVeal picking that up for the center, pushing that back onto the red side.
Oh, damn it.
Couple misses, not going much of anywhere.
Hey.
Looks like the Cobras are
I hit it on the wrong
overcompensating
side.
with their
And
lack
they
of
got-
and then
defense
they're-
last time with 2
Dude.
goalies this round.
Demoing. Ugh.
Ooh.
Oh, and Flying Tortuga is going to go ahead and pick up that point. Let's watch that again.
Unfortunately, the dual
Skittish.
goalie strategy does not seem to be working any better than the no goalie strategy tonight.
That just shows that 2 isn't always better than none. Flying Tortuga slamming that into the corner. Wide open goal. Akimbo blocking it. Crazy neighbor Steve popping off the wall with that aerial. He's really been getting better at those aerials. Steve, how are you doing that?
I don't know. Luck, I guess.
A lot, I guess. That's how he's doing it.
Shadow Clone Demon popping it off the wall. Oh, and a demolition by Crazy Neighbor Steve towards Shadow Clone.
Did you do that on purpose?
Yep.
And talking a pinch from the field sends it all the way across the field.
Yep.
Score is 1-0, 2 minutes left in the game. Below average Joe's still up. Anybody's game at this point.
I did not see him coming at all.
There it is, wide open goal. Showers making sure that there's an easy stop on that. Popping right off the wall for an easy center, and that's going to be a goal for McVeal.
So much pressure.
I tried to bump you into it, Eric.
Watch that.
No.
Looking like Crazy Neighbor Steve doing a little bit of turtling in that goal, not quite getting the speed he needed to block that ball.
Yeah, give me that ass.
Yeah.
Dead ball on the hit.
And a nice wall hit by Shadow Clone Demon, but it was denied by Flying Tortuga.
Shadow Clone Demon seemed like he really has been practicing those aerials. Easy pop-up. Shadow Clone
nice
almost
save.
got that into his own goal. Daring move indeed, Jim. Demolition by Shadow Clone Demon towards Crazy Neighbor Steve. He's making sure to get the revenge from that earlier one. And that's going to be a high goal.
I'm sensing a little bit of desperation from the Cobras. Cotton, what do you think?
I think they're definitely going to have to get that game really focused in. This 2-1 score, the pressure's really down on them to, you know, they've already lost 2 games for the night. Gonna have to pick that up. That's gonna be almost a goal, but
Nice,
Flying
Torty.
Tortuga there with the defense once again.
Oh shit!
Wide open goal.
Damn
Oh,
it.
and that's
Akimbo
gonna tie it up
scores.
with an Akimbo score
Tommy pushed
bicycle
it up.
kick.
If you hadn't pushed it up, I was right there to clear it.
Sorry, dude.
Looks like all
good.
that work practicing the bicycle kicks in previous games has worked out for him, Cotton.
I wouldn't say that that was skilled. It seems like bicycle kicks are more of a luck of the draw.
Get there, get there.
Nope.
40 seconds left in the game. Scores 2-2. Anybody's game at this point. That seems like the team balance has made a huge difference. And that's going to be, oh, wow, another demolition there by Showers and Benning.
A little bit of a revenge there.
Get there.
The
Oh.
show.
Ow.
Scores 2-2 with 20 seconds left on the clock. We might be going into overtime here, Jim. Frantically trying to get the ball. Shorty popping it up. There's the center. Oh, and McVeal is going to take this.
Ooh.
And
we
we're
might have
going
a-
into overtime. Dead ball on the tip-off. Flying Tortuga pushing that back to the
sends
red
it
side.
across.
Oh.
And that's going to
We
be
have
game.
no-
Flying
That was
Tortuga
hilarious.
wrapping that up with the hat trick.
When he knocked the wind out of me.
It's like the
Both of
Cobras
us
got a
just
little-
stopped in
in the heat of
midair
the
and
moment
fell
of
to the
their
ground.
time.
I still did the flip,
Got
but
the
I just
goalie.
didn't go anywhere.
Winners are below average Joes. Once again, that's going to be 3 for the Joes, none for the Cobras. McVeal, how you feel about being on that losing team this game? It seemed like you were really putting the pressure on it, but it just wasn't quite enough to really get that game.
You know, Cotton, we fought hard. Hold on, where's my Snapple? We did pretty good, but I think this time we're about to go in there and do real gooder. So we'll see how it goes.
And that reminds me, Cotton, tonight's coverage of the Rocket League Rocket League game is sponsored by Snapple.
I'm sorry,
underneath every cap is a different fact.
I didn't even hear what you said, Torty.
Yeah, it's your mic screamed.
Oh, sorry.
Low Average Joe is going to pick up Flying Tortuga, Kimbo, and Shadow Clone Demon, while the Cobras have got McVeal, Crazy Neighbor Steve, and Showers and Benning. This is another evenly matched game. Kimbo popping that off into the corner.
Cotton, it could be considered evil.
Torty putting that set up. Oh, and here comes Showers to knock that in. Crazy Neighbor Steve with that assist. Torty slowed it down with just enough force to open that wide open for him. Torty, what was going through your mind on that one?
Pure panic. I was trying to get that bicycle kick in, and it just didn't really connect for me. And I realized after I did that, you know, I just set it up for the enemy team.
Once again, the bicycle kicks are failing left and right. Why the teams still try to use them, I will never know. Flying Tortuga's bouncing that slowly up the wall. Oh, and McVeal with the denial, putting that back into the corner. Akimbo making that clear ball back to the red side.
Damn.
I'm lagging.
Kimbo.
Ooh, I'm lagging bad.
Really on that ball. Shadow Clone Demon with an open spot, but that's a denial by Showers and Benning, putting that back onto the blue side.
Nice attempt by McVeal to line up that mid shot.
Showers and Benning failing at that side hit.
I was trying to juggle.
Showers and Benning might want to remember that this is a ball game, not a circus.
I do what I want.
McVeal slamming it up the wall. Perfect center right here. Oh, Showers and Benning not quite getting that connection he needed.
By the way,
Torty jumped in front of me right there.
By the way,
That's
I'm about to make a
your
shot. I'm just fucking with you, man.
Right over the goalposts. Dead ball. And Showers and Benning is getting that perfect center right there. It's anyone's ball, but yet no one connects. Flying Tortuga slamming that back into the red side. And that looks like it's going to be a goal for Shadow Clone Demon with an assist by Flying Tortuga. No defensive strategy at all there for the Cobras.
Seems like a common theme tonight for the Cobras.
I like how these names are holding true to the movie.
Another tip-off here. Akimbo is going to go ahead and take that slam to the red side.
I couldn't get up there.
Crazy Neighbor Steve with full boost trying desperately to get a hold of that.
Oh,
and a corner hit goal by Flying Tortuga.
Hey, that was a good try, though.
Thank you.
I barely missed it. I was talking about McVeal. He tried to get it out of the way.
McVeal trying desperately to bump that out of the way, but just wasn't quite enough force to hit that in.
Sorry, guys.
Popped off the wall, looking like a dead ball for now.
Eric.
Crazy Neighbor Steve trying to dribble.
I'm grabbing boost.
Friendly fire there in the corner.
Flying Tortuga.
Oh, shit.
And that's going to be a slow roller.
Oh, and
Slow
McVeal tries
roller.
to correct his mistake, but
Let's watch that from McVeal's point of view. He realized he made the mistake, and Akimbo comes catching that slack, slamming it into the goal. 3-1 average Joes.
Alright, now we gotta play Rocket League.
Yeah.
Oh no!
And another goal for Flying Tortuga, Shadow Clone Demon.
Oh.
Getting that assist once again, no goalie. You would think after no competent goalie.
I'm petitioning these commentators. They suck.
Jim, how you feeling about the Cobras game tonight? So far, they've lost 3 games.
They're so
Seems like if they would
one-sided.
invest a little bit more in less of a part-time defensive strategy and more of a full-time defensive strategy, especially over there in the goal, it might help their game.
That's right, Jim. McVeal trying desperately to hit that ball, barely missing. There's going to be a... Oh, Shadow Clone Demon ruining that for his own team. I don't know what was going through his mind when he did that.
A little anger there from Shadow Clone Demon.
Baby.
Damn it.
Trying desperately to make up for his mistakes. Shadow Clone Demon bouncing off the walls, aiming nowhere.
Yeah,
McVeal with the bounce.
Who's there?
Nice redirect, dude. That was a good redirect.
Way up in the air. Torty coming in with that big hit. Owen McVeal with an epic save coming out of nowhere. 1 minute left in the game. 4 Average Joes, 1 Cobras.
Ooh. There it is in the middle.
Shadow Clone lining it up for the red team.
Popping that off the wall by Crazy Neighbor Steve. Showers and Benning slamming that back into the blue side. There's the
Lined
center.
up for a mid shot.
No mids present currently.
That's way too fast.
Oh, and a juke.
A
Juked
little bit
out.
of an overstep by that goalie on the Cobras team.
Crazy Neighbor Steve trying desperately to get that ball, but a slight juke over there by Shadow Clone Demon is going to go ahead and seal the fate of the Cobras, it seems.
Oh, the Cobra's fate was sealed when they decided to make the team. That was a funny joke. Please don't make me look mean.
Little bit of trash talk over here by douchebag Flying Turtles.
Oh, okay. Alright.
Just kidding.
I know.
Take 10 seconds
Oh my
left.
God.
Adding, adding a hat trick.
No, you don't have to comment that. Just look at
Comment
the
what he wants, bitch.
Adding a hat trick. And adding insult to injury, rubbing salt in the wounds of the Cobras. Oh! Showers and Benning trying desperately to earn back the dignity that was lost in the last 2 games with a...
If only they can get 4 more of those, Cotton.
Here comes the comeback of the year.
We got this. You guys just don't go for the ball.
And the comeback of the year, it looks like it's not going to be today, folks. Another win by the below
You gotta tell
average
Davey to go for the
Joes.
ball.
Yet another MVP by Flying Tortuga. Let's go ahead and check back in with Jim. Jim, how do you feel about that last game with the Cobras? Once again, not quite cutting.
Yeah, Cotton, I feel like that was a little too late on those last few points.
It looks like Crazy Neighbor Steve has raged. The rage deep down inside of him couldn't quite do the justice that the Cobras needed. Jim, how do you feel about filling in for Crazy Neighbor Steve? You ready to break off the rust?
How about
I think I'm
hop
gonna
off?
come out of retirement.
Or not hop off, never mind.
Or not.
I was gonna switch, but it's cool. Oh wait, I gotta ready up, my bad.
Looking like my co-anchor Jim deciding to take matters into his own hands, figuring if the Cobras can't win without him, maybe they need him on the team. He's going to break off the rust. 50 years of retirement down the drain.
Almost as impressive as if you had come out of retirement from your 70 years of it.
I'll stay in retirement for a couple more years there, Jim.
We want cotton. We want cotton.
Thuris, a co-anchor Jim going for the Cobras. One open spot over at the below average Joes, looking like McVeal is going to go ahead and pick up that last emblem.
Hey, you're good.
Never. Oh, well, never mind.
Flying Tortuga with the kickoff. Putting that in the red side. Dead ball. Flying Tortuga popping it up.
Damn it.
Shadow Clone Demon finally putting a little spunk into the ball. And looking like Jim already getting those goalies, getting those saves. Jim, how's it feel to break the rust off after 50 years?
Felt good for a minute, Cotton. Just a minute.
Might want to replace those ankles after that one, Jim.
23 seconds.
Low Average Joe's taking an early lead here. Center ball way up in the air, looking for a aerial to hit that. Jim's not quite cutting it there. Flying Tortuga with a safe bicycle kick, that's impressive. McVeal popping it up into the corner. Oh, and Turtles with the denial. Little misjudgment there by Flying Tortuga.
Cam. I was giving it to Cam. He was on his way in. I saw him.
Shadow Clone Demon popping it up for the center ball. Kimbo popping it off course. Insanity on the blue team. Way up off the wall. And McVeal's going to go ahead and push that straight back to the red side. Off the wall, trying to get those aerials desperately.
No.
Two goalie defensive strategy for the Cobras. Showers and Benning popping that up into the corner. Not going much of anywhere with that miss.
Oh. This team is cursed.
Denial there by a Thuris, slamming that back into the other side. Flying Tortuga with that aerial.
What the fuck?
Showers and Benning getting that setup. And Akimbo denying it.
You're good. No, that was actually helpful.
Flying Tortuga with the setup. There it is, wide open. Showers and Benning going for the slam and somehow missing that. Flying Tortuga is obviously stealing that point.
Look at this shit. Ah, you bastard. I'm getting better at those and you won't let me do it.
You gotta announce. If you're gonna hit a shot, I will let you get it. You just have to announce, because I don't know when you're coming.
I'm always coming.
You would if you had some situational awareness of your teammates.
You know, sir, at least I'm not a piece of deer meat.
Burn.
There you go. That's going to be a point there for Flying Tortuga.
Situational awareness. This dude's got some training under his belt.
Falling past three defenders. No one could quite get as high as Turtles on that last goal. Scores one below average Joe's, two Cobras. Cobras finally seeing that up in points that they've been needing. Wide open. That's the slowest goal I have ever seen. Let's see that one more time. Shadow Clone Demon squaring up the points. Missing the ball. With a 12-mile-per-hour goal. Embarrassing.
You're embarrassing. Do you want me to tell the cell phone story, Derek? I'll tell the cell phone story.
What? Oh, fuck you. I just realized what you were talking about. McVeal going for the clear ball.
Tell us the cell phone story.
Way up. Shadow Clone Demon putting that back into the blue side on accident there.
I'm not going to broadcast it to the whole world, to all of YouTube.
You think all of YouTube's going to see this?
We have 1,000 views right now.
Akimbo lining up that perfect center shot. Showers and Benning denying it, putting it way up in the sky. Oh, Turtles. McVeal is in the goal looking for that defensive strategy.
I tried to beat you to McVeal so I could demo him.
Jim trying desperately for those aerials off the wall, breaking the rust off. 50 years of rust is a lot of rust. Way up in the air on the red side. Aerials everywhere. Shadow Clone Demon getting that connecting hit.
That was the weirdest defense hit I've ever done in my life.
Lots of ball chasing. Arthurus. Jim with those classic demolition moves, keeping everybody on their toes. McVeal with a
Shit.
big slam.
Good
That's
job,
going to be
Tom.
a demolition for McVeal right after that epic save there by Flying Tortuga, putting him in his place. Shadow Clone Demon also getting a demolition. This is an angry match here, folks. Tensions are running high with a 2-2 score with 1 minute left in the game. Flying Tortuga getting that Guardian Angel. Showers and Benning coming up for the hit. And Akimbo with the denial, taking that center ball away from Showers and Benning.
Cam, that's you. Pete, that's you.
30 seconds here left on the clock here, folks. Flying Tortuga hitting it up with a denial. Wide open goal and a miss by Flying Tortuga with
I couldn't see.
McVeal.
Someone got demoed right in front of me. I couldn't see shit.
Get out your notebooks, children.
And that's going to be a goal. Scores 3-2, still anybody's game. Cobras can pull this out.
Yeah,
Really going to have to be offensive. Looking for an OT.
Win.
But looking like that's going to be it for the Cobras. Cursed team of the night. 4 losses it's going to look like here. It's going to take a miracle to pull this one back. Seems like McVeal at this point.
Put it in for him.
Seems like McVeal at this point is just toying with the opposite team, rubbing it into their face. 10 seconds left on the clocks here, folks. Looking like below average Joes to change their name to the above average Joes.
Oh, we still got a chance.
This might be the comeback of the century.
Hey, nobody else go for the ball, okay? Okay, McVeal?
Showers and Benning trying to bribe the opposite team for that extra point, trying to put this into overtime. And that's going to be game here for the below average Joes.
You couldn't even hit it right. They seriously didn't even go for it.
Jim, now that you've been on the field and had a first-hand eyewitness experience, what can you tell us about the Cobras? Is it a curse indeed, or is it just bad offensive? What's happening there on the field, Jim?
Let's put it this way, Cotton. I'm going back into retirement.
You've heard it straight from the horse's mouth. Straight embarrassment for the Cobras tonight. 4 losses in a row. We're going to need some masters and experts on the Cobras to pull this curse off.
I'm gonna take a break from playing. I will spectate this next round.
Yeah, I gotta go to bed. I gotta work in the morning.
Alright, man. You take it easy. So I guess it's just gonna be me against Shadow and Akimbo, huh?
Okay, we can do 2v2.
2v2. Jim, I think is Jim. Jim, are you still there, Jim? Yes. Jim has apparently collapsed in the middle of the field from a heart attack. Looking like 50 years of retirement, should have stayed. Jim, can you hear me?
Tom, let's get below average. No, Tom, other one.
Oh, whoops. Whatever shall I do?
I thought Jim was going into retirement. Where did Shadow go?
Oh, God.
2v1, Cam. Get ready.
I'm ready.
Oh, there's the Kimbo.
Oh, Flying Turtles coming in with an epic save.
You got a Kimbo now.
Looking like a 2v2 grudge match here. Taking some of those teammates off the field might open it up enough for them to really get some strategic moves going. Flying Tortuga slamming into that ball, putting it on the red side.
I'm in the mid. Oh, too far. Nice pop.
Thank you. Pop. Oh, shit.
Here come, here come.
Perfect center ball there by Showers and Benning. Akimbo getting that clear ball, slamming it back onto the blue side. Cobras are definitely going to need to lift this curse to lift their spirits.
Oh, shit. I'm turtling.
You gotta go poop?
Thuris making a mistake, slamming that back
No,
out
that's
of the
prairie
way.
dogging.
And that's going to be a first
Oh my
score
God.
for Flying Tortuga with no assists. Looking like he's rocking that one by himself.
Did he though? Because I
Yes.
bumped him into it.
Looking like Showers and Benning trying to get that insurance just in case. Going to the tip-off. Way up in the air. First touch by Flying Tortuga. Let's go ahead and check in with Jim. See what he's doing. Boosting around. Seems like what it is. Hunting the ball. No ball cam on. Akimbo waiting in the goal. Not
Sorry,
quite
Pete, I
hitting
wasn't
that
there.
defensive strategy he's
You're
been
good.
looking for. Showers and Benning all over the ball. Thuris slamming that into the wall, but Flying Tortuga back at it. Here comes Akimbo slamming it back into the blue side.
Whoa.
Missing the ball. That would have been an easy point. Oh, and yet
Yeah.
another goal there by Flying Tortuga.
He
Flying
assisted himself.
Flying
Look at this,
Tortuga,
off the
did you bring your
backboard.
saddle today? Because it seems like you're holding the entire team on your back. How do you feel today, Turtles?
You know, I hate to have that mindset, Cotton, because Pete, even if he doesn't have a lot of points, he is still an active member of my team.
That's right, points don't make everything. But just in case, Showers and Benning coming in for that slam. Looking like Akimbo left the match.
I'll go ahead
This
and spectate.
commentator
Yeah, he did.
Yay.
I'm
Is-
spectating.
Hey, it's just you
1v1.
and me, Cam.
looking like Turtles is backing out of the game. Turtles, you're going to be my celebrity host tonight. How do you feel about
Wow.
being a co-host?
You know, Cotton, I feel like it's going to be very difficult, but I have a lot of material written, and I think I'm going to pull through tonight.
Well, your sheer experience on the field will definitely add something that I alone haven't experienced in almost 70 years. So
You know,
any
speaking
kind of
of that,
insight will
Cotton,
help.
I will give you insight. I'd like to point out Showers and Benning's camera angles and how atrocious and close they are, and how if he were to just move his camera backwards, he would improve his game so much more. Move
Little
over to
tap there by
Athuras,
Showers and Benning.
Seems like we have the same problem with Athuras. Move it on to you.
Oh shit.
Open goal.
And Athuras
for
getting that
Athuras.
open goal. Score is 2 minutes, 2 seconds left in the game. Below average Joe's up by 2 points. Still anyone's game. Jim, how do you feel about that last goal?
How's that, Tom?
Let me see.
It's not any
Oh,
better.
you-
I moved it the wrong way.
You moved it the wrong way. That's just so.
I didn't know
that
which
is-
way I was supposed to go.
That is so close, dude. How are you playing right now?
It's like first person.
First person Rocket League.
Wide open goal there for the Cobras. And that's going to be an easy goal for the below average Joes. Bam! 30-mile-an-hour ball into the goal.
We're
That's
breaking
actually-
free, restoring.
You know, Showers, after this game, I will personally give you camera angles that will improve your Rocket League game tenfold.
Once again,
Okay.
Showers and Benning slamming that
I
in
just
for
put
the
it all the
below
way
average
up.
Joes.
No, I know. I'm going to give you my settings. They're really comfortable, and I think you'd like them.
Cameron, it's 2-1.
Shut up.
Shit. I flubbed that one.
Well, jumped the wrong way.
some silence coming from the commentator today. I don't know what's going on with my partner Cotton, but I'm here and ready to commentate.
That's right, Torty. I just wanted to make sure. Trying really hard to figure out this.
I saw that.
Below average Joe's offense is just off the charts, while the defensive strategies by the Cobras is abysmal at best.
Agreed.
First touch is going over to Athuris. Oh, and a defensive.
Get the save.
Look at that save by Showers and Benning. Athuris using that boost, desperately trying to get the ball. No boost there for Athuris. That's going to be an easy goal for Showers and Benning. At this point, it's safe to say that the below average Joes has crushed the Cobras tonight, making the underdog.
Hey, you know, that's enough for commentating for this game anyway.
Don't broadcast this part either. This is terrible. Nobody wants to watch this.
Total shredding by 1v1.
We see our tournament players are getting rather pissed off at our commentating skills, which I have something to say to you guys.
Get good. Oh!
Hey! I love you, Derek.
And that wraps it up here tonight, guys. Below average Joe is definitely holding that game all night tonight. Below average Joe is crushing the Cobras. That's going to be it here tonight for the Rocket League live broadcast.
We will see you next time.